This hand is pretty good. A little light on lands, but there's definitely some mana sources. We hope to draw the third land for that on turn 3. We play Primal Beyond and just pass the turn.
The hand's kind of slow, but 6 really isn't going to be any better. We're hoping to ride the mid-game, the power of the mid-game cards. We're probably going to be down on life to start with, but we pretty much have to keep this hand. So we're going to go ahead and draw the card for the turn. It's alright, draw. Have to draw that at some point, right? So we'll go ahead and play our best turn 1 land and then pass the turn.
Go to our turn, draw for the turn. A land, which is what we wanted, Primal Beyond, playing Smokebraider. We play that because it makes 2 mana instead of 1, and then we pass the turn.
Our draw for the turn, it's alright. We need those. So we'll go ahead and play our Vivid Grove and hope to hell he doesn't have a Horde of Notions. Go.
So we are going to, at this point, stand here and go ahead and play the turn 3 Horde of Notions and smack him to 15. And then pass the turn.
Okay, so our deck serves up pretty much what we wanted it to serve up right there. Obviously, we're going to Maelstrom Pulse the Horde, and then hope he doesn't have anything for next turn. Go.
We go to our turn.
Another Horde.
Unfortunately, we don't have another Horde, like Stan is suggesting, and we also have a hard time casting some of the cards in our hand.
How? For everything.
We're missing 1 mana, and unfortunately we can't cast that either since it's not an elemental. So we're gonna have to just play a Bloom Tender, and then attack with Smokebraider, and pass the turn.
That's pretty much what we wanted him to do on his turn. I don't see how we're going to lose the game now. Yeah. Play Sunken Ruins, and we'll pass the turn.
Go to our turn. That's actually one of the draws we wanted right here, but I think we're going to hold off until his turn, and we'll pass the turn.
So he has Cloudthresher. That's pretty obvious. We'll go and draw for our turn. Play our land for the turn, and then pass.
Then, like he said, we're going to go ahead and cast an end of turn Cloudthresher.
How many cards?
4.
He has 4 cards in hand. So to play it safe here, an extra card would probably be nice, but we're going to make it so that it's going to be hard for him to do anything scary next turn. We'll show the power of Cryptic Command here. We'll counter the Cloudthresher and bounce the Smokebraider.
Going into our turn, and we'll see if that hurts a lot. And unfortunately, it's going to hurt us because we didn't draw a land. Since we didn't draw a land, we're going to, let's play the Soulstoke to give us another mana for the Bloom Tender. And then play the Smokebraider that he bounced. And also hope he doesn't have Hallowed Burial, and pass a turn.
Okay, so we could do this during our upkeep, but it's probably better just to see what we draw. So we'll go ahead and draw first. We don't want that Soulstoke to start doing dumb things. We got decisions here for sure. Cards?
4.
So Reveillark would not be great here for us. The Soulstoke is particularly annoying. And we're running short on lands. I don't know what to do. We'll go ahead and pass the turn.
Go into our turn, untap. Finally, we draw the land that we needed, so we'll go ahead and play it. And with a Soulstoke on the board, we're probably just going to end up attacking with Smokebraider. and then just ending our turn.
We have Bituminous Blast. We can either play it during his second main phase, so that the creature dies during his turn rather than my turn, or we can Bituminous Blast at the end of his turn. I'm pretty sure it's okay if the creature dies during our turn, though, since it won't get to attack. So during his end step, we'll go ahead and Bituminous Blast the Soulstoke, and then the Cascade resolves first. And we'll hit a Kitchen Finks.
And we're going to go ahead and use Soulstoke's ability, using Primal Beyond, and play Mulldrifter.
It's pretty good.
And draw 2 cards, and then let the Soulstoke die. And then we're done, because it's our end step.
So we'll go ahead and draw. We really want to land here. We get the land. We're not really in a tough spot here to have to do anything. So we're just gonna pass the turn to Pedro. His Mulldrifter is gonna die.
Go to our turn. Then we think about what we're going to do. I think really the only power play we have is this, but he could have a Cryptic Command, which goes well with his Bituminous Blast. So the thoughts are, probably play it anyway is what I'm thinking. So we'll go ahead and play Primal Beyond, build Reveillark, and then we'll go ahead and play
Evoke or Hardcast?
Hardcast.
Pedro has 4 mana left after that. His scary plays usually involve 5 mana. And I consider Reveillark probably a scary play because it can get back Mulldrifter and Incandescent Soulstoke. So we'll go ahead and play our Cryptic Command, choosing to counter and draw.
So Reveillark gets countered. And I think our options are basically play Flamekin Harbinger and get a Horde of Notions, which is the scariest thing that we can play. Actually, we're going to change that. Oh, we'll go with the Horde of Notions, and then we'll pass a turn.
So this is what the Cryptic Command drew for us. We'll go ahead and draw for our turn. That's fine. We need that. We actually want 1 more of those. First, we're going to go ahead and get in there with the Kitchen Finks.
And we're not going to block, despite him maybe having Hallowed Burial.
So that Pedro can't start abusing Horde of Notions. I mean, we have to play this anyway, so it pretty much shows that we don't have Cryptic Command right now. So we'll go ahead and play Hallowed Burial. Usually want to use your blue counters up first on your Vivid lands. Unfortunately, we have to see our Kitchen Finks go bye-bye, but the way he turbos through his deck also is bye-bye, and we know what he's going to draw.
Okay, we go to our turn and draw what we already know, which is a Horde of Notions, and here we have a particularly difficult choice. We could play the Horde and get in for 5, but he very likely has an answer for it. At the worst, Cruel Ultimatum. So I think the play here is going to be to cast, probably cast Ranger of Eos and get another Harbinger, and 2 Harbingers actually, and then cast one of them and go get a Reveillark, and then we'll pass the turn.